Hello techies, welcome to Java with Harris channel. Today our topic is elastic load balancing. So here few things we need to understand that what is load balancer, why we use load balancer, and what is a special elastic load balancing. First of all, the load balancing, like load balancing is the one, load balancers is basically servers and it forward traffic to the multiple servers. Example, EC2 instances or any other streams. And very important kind of thing why we use load balancers. And here load balancers are it spreads load across multiple instances, you know and also expose the single endpoint, single point of contact, and to access the applications and all. And it handles the failures of the downstream APIs. And also it very frequently verifies the health checks of the downstream APIs, and in case of any downstream API is down, then it stops forwarding to that particular one, and whatever the available instances are there, then it send a traffic to that particular one, and it notifies that, one particular downstream is one particular instance is downstream is down, then please take care of that. Like something emails we can send it, like that kind of configuration we can do that. And here, these load balances we can do. We can set up for the high availability in different zones as well. And it main advantage of the load balancers are it can separate it. It can separate from public traffic to the private traffic. And here, let's come to the question of why we use elastic load balancer. Here, one thing, load balancer we can do our by our own setup, but a lot of manual efforts we need to do, and we have to take care of the so much of things. But if you go to the elastic load balancer, which is provided by the AWS, and also it's a fully managed load balancers. And a very important thing here, this AWS guarantees that will be working because it's a completely handling by the AWS. And also, AWS takes care of the in case of any upgrades happened in the load balancing, right? So we don't worry about them. Like AWS will take care of the this particular upgrades and all. And in case of maintenance, like for a high availability, everything like it will take care. AWS will take care. That is the beautiness here. And we can integrate this elastic load balancer with multiple AWS Pro offering services. Example, EC2 service, and auto scaling groups, and ECS services, and Route 53, whatnot, like multiple things, whatever the AWS is offering. And this AWS, we have a total 4 types of load balancer it is offering. So, in fact, like it is three. Why? Because like one is about to die. Like let's talk about the four types of load balancers. Like classic load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, and gateway load balancer. Here, classic load balancer is the one. Like what it does, like classic load balancer is a old generation, and it's almost like even AWS is itself saying that it's not we are not recommending to use classic load balancer because very soon it's going to be die. But the classic load balancer supports HTTP, HTTPS, TCP, and SSL kind of protocols. Let's talk about the application load balancer, network load balancer, and gateway load balancer. These three are newer generation, and these are the recommended to use. But we have to take the decision which one to use. Like application load balancer. In case of our work is like to serve the traffic, like between the HTTP, HTTPS, and WebSocket related kind of protocols. Like application load balancer is the best choice for that. Let's go to the network load balancer. Like this serves like a TCP, TLS, and UDP kind of things. Gateway load balancers, basically it serves like network related kind of string or virtual network kind of things. And let's talk about the first one. It's very important and frequently using application load balancer. This application load balancer basically, it's a layer 7, and it's a HTTP one. And this application load balancer balancing to the multiple application, multiple HTTP application across missions. Like those missions are, we can say like target groups. Example, these target groups are EC2 instances and ECS or Lambda functions or else IP addresses or ALB. I mean, multiple things like these target groups we can specify. And also, these application load balancer balancing to multiple applications on the same mission. Example, the containers we are using. And here, most important thing we need to understand from the application load balancer, that is routing. Here we can do routing based on three variety of types. Like one is the path, like what path based routing we can do, and host based routing or query string based routing. These things we can do from the by using this particular application load balancer. This is all about the just a theoretical part. Like we go with the practicals in the next session. Thanks, guys.